Bright Sakiyama, you say, is semen retention a kind of superpower reserved for only men? And if not, what's the alternative for semen retention for women? That's a great question. It's actually the reverse of that, meaning that because the female is an internal being, by the fact that you're not taking in any semen, you're actually retaining your divinity. And so this is why it's important. And Parnabab Yanun puts out books like The Gospel of Yanun on the Sacred Feminine, because the same way the male is not ejaculating and retaining that is the same way that they actually doing the females a favor, because then they're not putting it into you. And with the female, because she retains whatever goes in her for a very long period of time, even though you have your menstrual cycle that helps to regenerate and clean your blood, there are certain things you take inside of you that, in terms of DNA and so forth, that can stay with you for 7 to 9 years. And so, therefore, by you not taking anything, you're doing the same thing, which is restraining or preserving your divine being, your divine, sacred, feminine being. You know, so it's a good thing that the males are retaining the semen, because then they're not putting it into the females, and then the female can remain cleansed. Because if you have multiple partners or multiple relationships over a period of time, all of that builds inside of you. And this is where Wu-Sabat will come in with many rituals that will help you cleanse. We have many readings on our website, and one of the ones that you should read, if you go to the United Sabians Worldwide.com website, right, and you go to the home page, click on the picture of Parnabab Yanun, yeah, and then it takes you to the Q&A with Yanun, right? And when you get there, you will see, if you scroll down, you will see a number of readings. And every female, particularly every female, should read the one that's got the heart seat. Males need to read it too, the heart seat. Every woman, mother, even daughter, you should read that, because it helps to answer that question that you're posting. It's called the heart seat. So when you click it, there's a blue link that comes up, and actually it's quite short. Maybe I'll read it, and then if we get a call in, yeah, let's read it. Very, very important. The heart seat. 1. The secret of the inner sun, the solar plexus, heart seat. 2. The woman holds the key to your genetic future from her genetic past of 4 generations. 3. She has the mitochondrial DNA, your bloodline stories. 4. This is why I speak of the present woman and 4 male counterparts. 5. I am also speaking about the past 4 generations of women in her family and the males they exchange body fluids with, such as his semen, sperm, and testosterone. 6. So the present you, as a female, have to protect your family line, your mitochondrial DNA, and that means the only male nuclear DNA in your body is from your father at birth. 7. Once you grow to womanhood, the only male testosterone that should flow through your person should be from your father and his past 4 generations. Yet being a XX female, your feminine should dominate your genes. 8. So, you have behind your heart gland the central sun, your heart seat. 9. Plugged into it is the solar plexus, the heat of life and emotions of your being. 10. You have 4 chambers to your heart. 11. This is symbolic of your being, feelings, love, emotion, and family, and how you affect the future. 12. If you have one other male in your life as a mate, and you digest, consume, or absorb his body fluids, only that would replace your father's XY. 13. His Y will dominate your father's. 14. It will still be a part of your past, yet this is the making of your future of your feminine bloodline. 15. So, your first chamber of your heart seat is shared with the love of your father and the love of this new XY male, your mate, consort, husband. 16. Soul R, plexus, male, soulmate. 17. So the inner sun's light is still burning bright, and it's even seen in your eyes and on your face when you look at that man you love, and your physical body reacts to his presence when around you. 18. You're still a whole female deity with full mitochondrial DNA power. 19. If you break up with this first or second man in your life, the first father, second mate, and your love life returns to the first, you are changed because you took in your second male's XY's Y, his seed. 20. His semen, sperm, and his male testosterone, his male hormones, and that has become part of you and your future DNA wise. 21. And if you meet a third male and become attracted to him and engage in sexual acts with him, and your body takes in his XY male hormones, testosterone, semen, and sperm. 22. Then a new war begins in your body. 23. The male hormones fight your female hormones. 24. This is why when a male or female decides to try and change genders, they have to take pills and shots of the opposite sex to have physical and mental change. 25. Well, this also happens to you when you as a XX female take in many mates, XY, into your body. 26. You change, and depending on how many by age 46, you have internal changes you don't even realize. 27. Your mind, body, and spirit all become more masculine than feminine. 28. By the time you have taken in 4 men, your inner feminine solar light is dimmer and dimmer. 29. You no longer know how to love or truly feel devotional love or true emotional love. 30. You have taken in too many Y chromosomes and hormones and testosterone of males. 31. This is why you have to protect and teach your daughters how they affect your family future by her mitochondrial DNA. 32. In the West, they, the children of the devil, and their daughters taught you to swallow as something good for your skin. 33. They lied to you. 34. Oral sex is from them and does affect your body, just as is said, you are what you eat and drink. 35. One and only one male, your soulmate, that is okay for whatever kinds of sex. 36. Yet, multi-males in your life have affected your mitochondrial DNA and your family's future. What was in each male's history is now in your history. That includes sickness, diseases, and even insanities. 37. The Western world and their lack of morals, free open sex with whomever, has affected our whole Salau race by getting the cursed seed of their women genetic markers, mark of the beast, while their women is ever ready to drink a black male's divine seed. 38. So, this is what I meant by more than 3 males and your divine light dims and go out. 39. You have confused your inner divine female deity. 40. So, you were misled by the seed of the devil. 41. Don't make that same mistake with your daughters. Teach them this message from your ancestors. That was 42. Teach them this message from your ancestors. 43. Protect your divine seed if you wish to travel the stars to return home above. 44. Once you have lost your pure, holy, divine seed by having more than 3 males in your DNA, can you regain your divine, pure, holy seed before you leave this life? The answer is 45. Yes, you can. And that's the end of that reading. Don't shoot the messenger, as they say. It's the words of Parnababi Anun. But as you said, as you see, the most important aspect of that, right at the end, it says, once you have lost your pure, holy, divine seed by having more than 3 males in your DNA, can you regain your divine, pure, holy seed before you leave this life? And Parnababi Anun says in 45, yes, you can. Now, how you do that is where Wu-Sabat comes in, because there are rituals and certain things that you must be taught and how to do them so that you can actually, regain your divinity. So going back to the question, you asked a very, very important question, because you're right. It always seems like when we talk about the male being able to retain their semen, and even then in Wu-Sabat we balance everything out. It's not just about the extremes, because it's a build up of energy, and energy needs to be transformed or released in other ways or methods. So it's not just about retaining it, because that can also have an adverse effect. It's about channeling that energy into using it in other ways, such as channeling it to your mental faculties, and so you can use your mind more, or channeling it into exercising or doing something else. Energy cannot be destroyed, so you can enhance energy, you can absorb it, transform it, but ultimately it's about learning how to utilize and use it in the best way to help you. So retaining is one thing, but then you have to use it. All right.